Morning guys, it's a beautiful sunny day over at Raptor's garage today, and we're back with the Mitsubishi L200. Now if you've watched the videos that we posted back in March, you'll see we've got the engine back in and it is still running fantastic. No sign of any oil leaks so far. So what we're doing now, actually getting back on with the project. So today's job is we want to get the new rear lights on the back. So we've Traybacked it, we've got this fantastic checker plate rear now that Paul built, and we're going to stick on these rear lights. So what we're going to do, I'm going to take you through today, is these lights come with these sockets to go in the back, which has got 5 cables on it. Handy with the socket because it means if I do break one of these I can get another one and then just basically plug the socket back in. But these have got 5 cables on, and we've got 7 cables coming from the actual vehicle. So what we're going to do is we're going to take you through how we wire up 5 cables to 7 cables, what they all do, and get these lights fixed today. Right guys, so we've just had the meter out and we've just basically worked out which one, which cable does what. So we've got basically 7 cables plus the earth. Those 7 cables are in no particular order. We've got a right hand indicator and our left hand indicator. We've got a fog light, reversing light, we've got our tail lights, and our tail lights will also operate our number plate lights. And we've got our brake light. So that's our 7 cables plus our earth. So what we're going to do is we're going to just shorten this down, tidy this cable up a bit, and we've got this waterproof box here that we're going to just basically fix underneath the chassis. There was one originally fitted to this, but we scrapped it. We put a new one. We're going to fix this to the chassis. We're going to bring obviously our 8 cables through into that, and then we'll come off that with our 2 5 cables to each of our 2 lights. We've obviously only got 5 cables because on our lights we have our one's going to have the fog light, one's going to have the reversing light, we've got the tail lights, we've got an indicator then on each one, and we've got our number plate lights. No! Cut the blue one here! The red. Any pointy sharp thing just to stick through that.
Screwdriver?
Yeah. And then I'm going to finish to solder 5 of those to these, don't we?
No, because you're going to the slot connector.
No, but that's only going to come out obviously, so I need to come off with 5 core cable from there.
Oh, no, I'll do that.
Length of 9.
I'll solder that one.
Yeah, so we've just
Are they already the right colours?
I don't know. The colours on here for this one. We're not going to. So I've got on the left one is a right unit, and the different colours actually on both of them because they're both for different.
Well, if I go for the colours that are on it, so if I go brown, white, red.
Right, sorry, hang on. Right unit is the green plug. So we've got the L on, yeah. So left, right unit, which is this one, is the green plug.
So that's the right colours. Oh no, the blue's the wrong colour. So I've got yellow, red.
Right, so we're getting there, guys. We've taken those 8 cables and run them now into this waterproof box, which we're going to basically rivet to the chassis, and then we're going to have our 2 5-core leads coming in on the top and the bottom for the left and the right indicators. So Paul's just been with the soldering iron, so we've just got some 5-core cable here which we'll cut to length so that we can run obviously one from the far side and one from this side. One thing we've got is this setup works that the tail lights and the number plate lights work off the same lead. Now, because of where we're going to be putting our number plate, it's not basically going to sit between these two lights to be illuminated by these number plate lights. So whilst they're going to have to work because it's the same connection as the tail light, so it will just light up the nice big spare wheel on the back, we're going to run a separate lead off this in order to power a separate number plate light, because we're going to find somewhere to mount our number plate light, which we'll show you in a bit what we've come up with as a solution. So we're going to get this one done, we're going to get a shorter one done now for the driver's side, and then just get them hooked up to our waterproof box underneath. There we go. Is it on the hammer? Move itself. Fit.
I think you'll get the plug on at that. Let's just try it.
Yep. So
Perfect.
room to get it level.
And you can still get it off.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hi guys, right, it's been a fantastic day today, so we've kind of like you know, not filmed all of it because we're too busy actually enjoying doing stuff on the truck with the sun out. But it's all in, everything's wired in. So briefly just going over what I said in the first place. What you've got, well, in the case of this Mitsubishi, what we had is we had 8 cables coming to our wiring loom for these rear lights. We had the earth cable, we had the left indicator, we had the right indicator, we had a fog light, which in this case is going to light one side of our light clusters, and we had the reverse light, which is going to do a light in the other cluster. We had the tail lights, stroke also they operated the number plate lights, and then we also had a brake light, and we had another tail light. So we actually had like a left and a right tail light stroke number plate light. We've wired everything in. We had 5 cables coming out of each light, obviously, because out of each light you're going to have your fog light on one of them, or you're going to have your reverse light on one of them. Plus you're going to have the indicator, you're going to have the tail light stroke number plate light, you're going to have your brake light, and you're going to have one more, which is your brake light. I've almost like forgot them. So you basically need to work out all your colours on those, because the 5-core cable we bought, the colours on that obviously aren't necessarily going to match the colours on the lead which came out of the back of the light. So you just need to keep a track of all your colours, what colours are going to connect to what on the original box. We put them all into a waterproof junction box which we mounted on the chassis, and we got it all right first time. Everything works. So I'm going to take you around the back now and show you what they look like. While we were doing that, we also fitted the jerry cans on, so they're all up and running now, ready to go. We had to move the number plate light. We can't use the number plate lights on the tail, the actual light clusters, because they are basically too far apart to do anything. So we've got the number plate in a different place. So what we did is we ran basically a live and an earth off our cabling to run our number plate. And we've actually fitted a, funny enough, a Land Rover number plate light. So that'll probably break at some point. So there you go, there's the light in, all working, and Paul's mounted this number plate light up here on that. So we'll get all this painted up at some point, so we haven't bolted everything down too much, because it's all going to come apart ready for paint. But we've got the jerry cans now on the left and the right, which looks pretty smart, and all up and running. Now the next plan and the next video is going to be fitting an Anderson plug. So when I need to basically either charge the battery or give myself a jump start or jump somebody else, rather than messing about loosening bush cables and things like that and opening the bonnet, I'm going to basically mount this here. I have a set of jump leads, plug it straight in and do it that way.